Hello everyone. Let's head on to our first case. Case 1. Am I the bad person for telling my dad I didn't want him or the woman he replaced my mom with to pretend to honor her on the 20th anniversary of her death? My brother, 28M, and I, 26F, lost our mom 20 years ago. We, along with my brother's wife and my boyfriend, took the day to honor our mom. The day never passes without something from either of us, but 20 years was something we wanted to mark with a little more. Her death is still painful for us. We did not include our dad or stepfamily. They never joined before. Well, Dad used to. But it's been 11 or more years now since he did anything to honor our mom. My dad wasn't happy when he found out we'd done something without him, and his wife felt the same. They called my brother and me several times to complain about the secrecy and how we left them out of something important. For the last 14 years, my dad has described his wife as the love of his life. He also stated on multiple occasions that he was never as in love with anyone, and falling for her made him realize his feelings for others were never close. While he's allowed that it stings us, the kids he had with his first wife who died. He used to say he loved Mom. He hasn't in years. He removed all traces of her eventually, and like I said, he no longer honored her memory on her birthday or her anniversary. He has also stated he changed nothing about his life because it worked out just the way it was supposed to in the end. Comments like that and his wife comments that we spoke about our mom too much or had too many photos of her made us distant from them. They have 2 kids together also, and that always made things more awkward because they have commented on how unhappy my brother and I look when Dad is making his comments about his wife and they can't see it from our perspective. During one of Dad's phone calls to me where he was complaining, he said he'd been married to my mom for 10 years and they had me and my brother together and he should be allowed to join us on such a big anniversary. It pissed me off, and I told him I didn't want him or the woman he replaced her with to pretend they were honoring her. I said he hadn't honored her in years and had made it very clear he didn't give a fuck about her anymore, with all those comments about his wife being the love of his life and how he wouldn't wish Mom was alive because it made him happier long term. He told me it was such an uncharitable outlook. I asked him to consider how the kids of wife number 1 feel when he makes those kinds of comments. I said he would never convince me that he didn't replace her and essentially downgrade her to a past mistake of his. He went on a rant to my brother after we spoke, and my brother told him he felt the same. He said it was exactly how we took it and always would. My dad and his wife are claiming my comments were cruel and that it shows a lack of appreciation for what she did to bring him back to life after losing Mom. She said it hurt to realize we have so little love or appreciation for her that we can't see his comments in the positive. Am I the bad person? What do you guys think? Lay down your ruling in the comments section and let's move on to our next story. Case 2. Am I the bad person for cutting off my entire family due to money taken from my son's piggy bank? I have had a rocky relationship with my family. I have 1 older sister, 2 younger siblings ages 24 to 25, and I am 29. Long story short, my brother, 24, has a habit of stealing, or in my mom's words, taking things that don't belong to him from my younger sister, my mom, and I. For about 8 months or so I was living with my fiancé and my son at his apartment. We recently moved into our new home. Before we moved, I had left my son's piggy bank at my mom's house for the 8 months I was gone and the entire life of my son. Where I stayed before, on top of the fridge. For years my mom and I would put money into it. Money from birthday cards, Christmas cards, change we had, or I would put some of the child support my son's father gave me, and from tips when I bartended. I took the piggy bank when we moved in and didn't check it. I decided to check it today and saw only $130 and a few change. There should be around $700 to $1,000 or even more in there. I became extremely upset obviously and asked in my group chat who took it. I also called my mom, who said it was obviously my brother, but maybe he was gonna put it back someday. This is the grown man that refuses to work even though I got him a job and he left and didn't want to return. He's the same grown man that says parents shouldn't have kids if they can't take care of their child financially whenever my mom asked him to get a job and help out at home. Even $200 a month would do, but he refuses and says he's not the working type. After years of ongoing feud with my brother, I left all family group chats, blocked and deleted him. I deleted my mom and blocked as well. Because honestly, I'm done with her condoning his foolishness. He's stolen from my younger sis Oswell, she'll get mad, but everyone always forgive him. Even me, but stealing from a 4-year-old's piggy bank is just low. I told my son's father about it and he's fuming because even some of his mom's money has went into the piggy bank and we wanted to save it for maybe one day our son might want to learn how to use money. Now all that is left is $130. Am I the bad person for cutting my entire family off? What do you guys think of this one? Let us know in the comments section and let's move on to our next story. Case 3. Am I the bad person for explaining to my SIL why I am excluding her? My older brother John, 35M, has been married to his wife Kelly for 2 years. I don't like Kelly and the same goes for our parents. The main reason is because she is intrusive and has the main character syndrome. No matter the context or the topic of discussion, everything, and I mean everything, has to somehow come back to her. You broke your arm, Kelly starts telling how she broke her arm. You tell something about your job, Kelly starts telling stories from her workplace. If we discuss things that she cannot relate to, she will sulk because she feels excluded. We would love to be able to sometimes spend time only with John and have a good time, but this is impossible because Kelly will guilt trip him. She inserts herself in everything. I am unable to meet my brother for a coffee alone because she will invite herself over and ruin the vibe. As a result, we see them only for holidays and certain events. John is sad and feels isolated but has a hard time setting boundaries with his wife. It's their marriage, their lives, they know best what works for them. Yesterday evening I called my brother because I just wanted to talk to him. Despite this situation with Kelly, we are still very close, we message daily, we send memes and videos to each other daily. But last evening I was feeling like shit due to my pregnancy and I wanted to talk to my brother on the phone. We were like 4 minutes into our call when I hear Kelly on his side saying something along the lines, "What are you two laughing about? Put your phone on speaker so we could all talk." She was not aggressive while saying this or anything, she said it in a very light way, but it bothered me and I told John we'll talk another time and ended the call. He messaged me later apologizing and told me he'll call me the next day while driving home from work so we can have privacy. I thought everything was cool until Kelly called me today. She told me that John told her I was sick from my pregnancy and he wanted to make me feel better the other evening, and then she started telling me she was hurt by my actions, that I am excluding her and why can't I just share things with her as well. This is where I might be an AH. I kind of lost my shit and told her that I have no reason to share anything with someone who tires me out and annoys me. I told her that I want to be able to have privacy and talk to my brother alone without having her there and making everything about herself. She said that we are family and I should include her, and I said that just because she is married to my brother does not mean she is entitled to my time or to have a relationship with me as long as I don't want it. I also told her she is isolating my brother and her obsession with being part of everything is pushing us further away from them, which is hurting my brother. I know I has a bitch to her, but I am honestly tired of her. Am I the bad person or am I wrong for expecting to be able to see or talk to my brother alone without his wife present all the time? Can't wrap my head around that story. What do you think? Who is in the wrong there? Let us know down in the comments section and let's move on to our last case. Case 4. Am I the bad person for telling my sister the truth about why I moved out so young? I, 27F, have a younger half-sister, Emma, 17F. We share the same mom, but different dads. Our mom had me when she was really young and struggled a lot. By the time Emma was born, she was in a much more stable marriage, so Emma had a totally different upbringing than I did. I moved out at 18 and was pretty much on my own from that point. I worked multiple jobs to pay for school and rent, while Emma has always had my mom and her dad's full support, paid extracurriculars, a car at 16, and they're even covering her college tuition. I don't resent her for it, but it does make it hard for her to understand my perspective sometimes. A few days ago, I was at my mom's house visiting, and Emma made a comment about how I chose to move out early and how she didn't get why I wasn't around more often. She said it like I just wanted to leave and be distant. I told her that it wasn't exactly a choice, that once I turned 18, I was pretty much expected to figure things out on my own. Our mom and her husband were focused on their own lives and supporting her, and I had to become independent a lot sooner. Emma got really quiet and later told my mom what I said. Now my mom is upset, saying I made it sound like she abandoned me, when in reality she was just young and struggling. She said I should have let the past go instead of making Emma feel guilty over things she had no control over. I wasn't trying to make Emma feel bad, just explain why our experiences were different. But now I'm wondering, am I the bad person for saying anything at all? You've sat down, you've listened. Now, it's time to state your ruling. What is it gonna be? Let us have it down in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more cases like these. In life, we may run, but we can never hide from true justice. Stay safe, everyone.